Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Damn, Shadows of the First. Okay, guess it has to do with the Warrior of Darkness. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Asians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. Then when we first encountered them in Love As Nav, when they were confronting Ravana gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphino? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this: a primal summoning cannot be ignored. Alisaie risked her life to uncover this plot, and we squander her gift at our peril. Nora, will you accompany me to Xelphatol and help me stop the Xel's ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with the Ixali homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the beastman's intrusions into Curvan lands to a point but the summoning of a primal is an escalation we cannot abide. We shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphino. The mountains of Xelphatol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Emmerich, but I fear an aerial approach is destined to fail. This is their homeland, after all, and Ixali dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experience tells me the only conceivable approach is by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Xelphatol by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure your safe passage through the mountains and escort your friends to Xelphatol. Though my men are unqualified to confront the primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. We should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress Alisaie regains consciousness, we will share with you an additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over you and keep you safe. Thank you. Then let us be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Well, let's go there, shall we? Okay, let's go. Alright, we're in Camp Dragonhead. Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natalan and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of Ixali warriors, I have been informed that House Rotam's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open, we need but walk through. Okay, let's go there. Alright, let's see what he has to say. Mrs. Ardor, Master Alphino, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts are reporting increased activity around the first mountain. Simply put, they are up to something and don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Xelphatol and aid you as you see fit. The enemy will be thick on the ground. Upon arriving, let us advance with care as we search for the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, we should only have to contend with the Ixal, but if they are not, we may be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. Alright, let me get in queue. Alright, so it was a very fast queue. That she queued up and it popped up. I love that. Tank queues. Hey, that looks so cool. I thought there were like some more balloons or something that we have to destroy. Alright, last one. Damn, he looks cool. Yay, we did it!
So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Asians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you. If you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumul. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th. which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
He's awfully suspicious, to be honest. Didn't talk a single word. Saved us. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Alright. Let's probably go there. Yeah, let's go there. Alright, we're here with Emmerich. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Laura. What news from Xelphatol? No word about our little date night? Nothing? Okay. Guess not. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mrs. Yastola has been tending to Mistress Alisaie in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She is a resilient one, much like her brother.
Alisaie, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. When they told me you had departed for Xelphatol, I found that I could rest. The outcome seemed a mere formality, as did your safe return. Thank you, my friend.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alisaie. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these warriors of darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the warriors of darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alisaie and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor-bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alisaie, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Yay! Fashion! So she looks exactly like Athena again? Ah, I can't with those. Oh well. Let's continue. Alright, let's see what Athena has to say. To think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she had taken to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery. Precisely where to I never learned, though I suspect that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. Hey, that looks cool, and she doesn't look like Athena. Right then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of us making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the studium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered? Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? So be it, another time perhaps. To be honest, Laura, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you will forgive me if I do. A pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Welcome to the fight. Carriage? New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself, or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret if I weren't, that is all. Fair enough, let us depart for the Waking Sands then, and see if Urianger can be of assistance. Alright, I guess that's it for today. We're gonna meet Urianger in the next part. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you like what you see, and obviously subscribe if you would like to see more. I try to upload every single day. So yeah, thanks for watching and bye bye!